I think so, yeah.
Can one go to full screen here? Oh, got it. I think I got it. Speaker view. Got it.
Robin, we're not getting a video from you. But okay, we can get started anyway. If you guys just want to one at a time introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Amanda. Oh, you want me to introduce myself or them?
You first.
You, we know who they are.
Hi guys, I'm Amanda from Guide for Moms. Do we just go next or start asking questions?
Why don't you go ahead and ask a question?
Okay. Well, since I'm starting out, why don't you tell me what drew you to do this movie, each of you?
I think it was like that outlook of life, the regardless of hardship and challenges. Like it really, it's how you face life that makes the difference, right? That creates the life that you really desire, or you can live by accident, or you could take control of that which you can, and make a solid good difference, and solidifying the people, the relationships with the people around you. And how inspirational it was for me also to see the story, the love story with Jorge and Leslie. That was amazing. And yeah, such a strong woman and such a rock, as Rada puts it many times, and how she saw her. It was really an amazing thing to see how she was truly the source of inspiration for him to keep going in his life. It was amazing.
I just love the dual love story. I love to see people falling in love, and to see how we are all so kind of connected, and the mystery of that. And I think the movie does a lot to articulate something that's quite difficult to kind of explain. You just sort of see it and feel it, how connected we are.
Yeah, and I think it was such a beautiful, inspirational story, to kind of see this like young love, and this incident that happens that shapes Sam's life forever was very interesting for me, because it's such a heartbreaking thing, but to see her be able to like persevere, and the way that she loved Chris throughout everything, no matter what, it was really great, and just like telling a true story that's got so much hope in it, and shows like how much light there can still be in the darkness, was such a wonderful opportunity.
Great. Kathy, why don't you go next? Introduce yourself and give us a question, please.
Yeah. Hi guys, I'm Kathy Beller, Mommy and Entertainment Unplugged. I wanted to know, what is it you would like your moviegoers to learn, and when they watch the movie, what do you want them to walk away with?
Well, I guess it's the, I guess it's the, well, I guess there's two different answers, right? The walk away with, I think it's this inspiration, this aiming at something higher, than yourself. Trying to be the better version of yourself, so that you can, come out with a better life. But with the thing to learn is, there isn't a lot of talk about, being an organ donor, and this is a reality that not a lot of us know about, but it's true. And there are a lot of people out there that they get a chance at a second go at their life. It's amazing. And again, talk about inspiration. It was really cool to see how the Bacardi family, and how Chris' family, like how just everything came together, and it's such a unique relationship and friendship that they developed, because of this the situation with organ donation. And if I think it's important for a lot of people to know about that. And whenever you get your driver's license, just say, whenever I'm out of here, I don't need my organs anymore. So, Godspeed, and hope that it brings, new life to other people as well.
Yeah, I think what Tiara's been saying, don't forget to tell the people that you love them. Don't take any of this for granted. every moment is precious. I think that's.
Well, now you stole my slogan. I don't know what to say.
Sorry.
She gave you credit, though. She gave you
I
credit.
gave you
Sure.
credit.
That's great, guys. All right.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Robin, if you want to ask a question. And also, if you want to direct your question directly towards one of the three actors, that's fine.
Hi, I'm Robin Davis from momthemagnificent.com. I'd be happy if anyone wanted to answer this, but I'd love to know, do any of you guys have your own personal miracle story to share, or little miracle that you've had your own experience with?
I mean, yeah, all the time there's something that like is surprising. I mean, just from the very beginning, I was born with the cord around my neck and I survived that. So, here I am. Yeah, often there's things that you think about and then they sort of show up the next day in front of you and you wonder why. I think it's about recognizing these moments and these miraculous events, these special occurrences. I think there's more of them than we realize.
Great. How about Tessa next?
Hi guys, I'm Tessa with mamasgeeky.com. Thank you for spending this time today. I was curious if there were any challenges in bringing an actual real true story to the screen.
Rada, I'm sorry.
I was going to say you.
No, yeah, Tiara, you've been a little quiet there.
I wouldn't say that there was so much challenges. There definitely was an extra added layer of, importance to making sure that we told the story right and that we, gave justice to what these people went through. I think we worked with such wonderful people, and the director and the writer and everybody was so involved and cared so much about the story that we were telling and honoring these people that I wouldn't really say there was so much challenges. It just was we all just cared a lot. There was a lot of care and effort that went into making this movie and doing it right.
Yeah, especially because the people whose lives we were depicting were with us some of the time, Chris's parents, the Bacardis. So we felt like we were expressing this magical and amazing friendship that they formed. But we were also helping them like relive some of this stuff. So it was very real. Really an amazing experience.
Awesome. Taddy, you want to go next?
Sure thing. Hi, I'm Tati from coolmomscooltips.com. And the movie, obviously, you need to bring tissues to the movie. It's very powerful. And I was wondering if when reading the script or actually working on a scene, was there a moment that you really felt all the power and the feeling that and personally affected you? Is there any scene or any moments or any part of the script that really brought some tears to your eyes?
I have to say there was a moment where after everything had happened and he had the basically the lung transplant, when he was out in the boat with his wife and he opened a letter that was written to him, by this young man's family. And I remember doing that scene. I didn't want to read it. I didn't want to know what it said, and I wanted to kind of go in there, and keep everything open and see what happened. And it really hit me. It was a very interesting thing. I didn't know how it was going to hit me, but it was it was truly engaging. Just to I guess I really grasped the heaviness of the situation and the beauty of it as well, because there's a joy in it, but it's very complicated to grasp, and it's to set aside that hardship and almost that a little bit of, because it's such a lovely story that these youngsters were basically having. It was beautiful, a young man, a young woman, and everything was perfect. They loved each other. and it breaks your heart to see the potential of a beautiful family, and then all of a sudden it withers away. It wasn't true. It was all what could have been, and I guess it all really sat with me in that moment, in that scene. And it's something I didn't know or didn't plan when I was reading the script. It's something that just happened when we were shooting.
I think
Thanks, Aiden.
the moment was when we're doing the scene in the hospital with the family, when we find out that he's not gonna make it, that he's not gonna come back. Because just putting myself in the shoes of them and Sam in that moment of having to comprehend such an insanely difficult thing, and then to, you know, have the conversation that he wanted to donate his organs and what that means and the people that he could help. I think, you know, just sitting with all of that in that moment was just like, the weight of it hit me so hard. I think it kind of hit all of us in a way that, while filming that scene, that we didn't expect. Like, we knew it was going to be heavy and sad. Obviously, it's a terrible thing, but then to just imagine how they must have felt in the shock of it all. Yeah, it was a really, really powerful scene to film for sure.
I think for me it was when he was in hospital, having had the operation and not knowing if it was going to work or not going to work, and then he's alive. You know, the sort of magic that he was still here. I think that was sort of a moving moment from my perspective.
Thanks, guys. Allison, what do you got for us?
Hey there. So I saw that some of this was filmed in Hawaii, and I was wondering if you guys had a chance to take the time to explore, and what did you do?
Yeah, hiking, a lot of hiking, exploring all these, water holes, or I don't know if that's what you call them, but they're like little, I guess, nooks that you had to kind of hike to, and all of a sudden there was this extension of the ocean in there. I don't know how many of those there are, but yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, a lot of kayaking. It's a stunning place. It really is. It's so majestic, and you really appreciate the grandeur of nature and life and history as well, right? Because obviously Jurassic Park, you're there and you think of that. It was shot there, and it's just that, it's so massive and beautiful and overwhelming to see all of that.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible. I had never been before, and I actually went with Jacob and Jordan, who played his brother. We went a couple of days early, and we rented a car, and we just like drove all around and explored and ate in really unique, interesting little hole-in-the-wall restaurants and jumped off of rocks and cliffs, which in hindsight we probably shouldn't have done before we were done filming. But it was incredible. It was so much fun.
I mean, I just had a great time at the hotel we were shooting in with my mom, who, was there, and she was sort of having this great holiday. I think the only bad moment was when she got sunburnt. Other than that, it was like being in paradise.
Okay, we've got time for one more, Tanya, if you want to close us out.
Hi there, I'm Tanya Lamb from littlelambchops.com. So my question is, I am the mom of many teenage girls. And so my daughters were super excited when I told them about this movie, and they wanted to watch with me because of Jacob and Tiara. And so Tiara, what would you say to that fan base, to the teen fan base that wants to watch this movie? What do you hope they get out of it?
I hope they get out of it that, life is always going to throw things at you that you won't expect, really good things and really bad things. And I think that to never take anything for granted, and to, hug the people that are really close to you, and to never take your loved ones and the time that you have with them for granted, because you never know what's going to happen. And that in those times that are really hard, that you feel like there is no light at the end of the tunnel, that you will get through it, that you will persevere, that there can be goodness in even the darkest of times.
What she said.
That's great. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate you calling in. That's all the time we have for this. Our talent's got to move on to the next thing. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And